Yep.
Welcome, students. Wow. We got a class today. We have a limited group. It's raining outside. Not everybody's here, but so what? Like Rachel already said, Hashem is here. That's who you need. Even if nobody was here, we're all missing, Hashem would still be here.
That's right.
And he'd say, where are you?
And all of us that are here are here.
Right. Baruch Hashem. So, like I say, the Parsha is really amazing, so let's just talk 1 minute about that before we get to current events, which are also interesting. But besides the current events, the Parsha is a Parsha all about the Mishkan. And some of the things we've had from years before, Rachel is looking at the periodic table. I probably brought that last year, maybe the year before. But although that's important, I wanted to bring it again. And we have a few other things that are old, but most of it is brand new stuff, hot off the presses, and wait till you see it. Amazing. I think it's amazing. Anyway, the Mishkan is so important that some people say, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here in shul, and what do I want to hear? Architecture. I mean, I'm not an architect. And he's going through, the person, Balkare is reading and telling how many pins they have in silver they're putting on the thing, and how big the planks are, and talking about the R and its dimensions. Boring. But of course, if you were an architect, this would be exciting. But if you're not, probably not. I know math and geometry somewhat, so it's a little bit on that. But because there are codes here, because there's the Mishkan itself, 5 Parshiot, the next 5 Parshiot, except for one, which is Kisisa, the Glazav, and many other major topics there. But there's even a little part of that one in the middle. 2 before, this week, next week, then Kisisa, with a little part about the laver, the washing basin. And then we've got 2 Parshiot, which are almost mirror images of the ones we have now. This week, Teruma, next week, Tetzaveh, and then we have almost a repeat of those. Why all the repeat? Why all the Mishkan? Because it's so important. Why is it important? We will see why it's so important as we get through this stuff. But right now, we're going to a current event. On one foot, let me say, at 4 in the morning, there was Trump's not inaugural address, but speech to the nation. Maybe we could call it I don't think he called it State of the Union. It's kind of a State of the Union thing, in front of Congress. And he spoke there, and of course he had Paul Ryan, who happens to be the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and of course we have the Vice President, because he is called what? If I remember correctly, he's the President Pro Tem of the Senate. Over, of course, the other person of the Senate, who I don't even know if he was there, but maybe he was, and he probably didn't clap. The Democrats, by and large, didn't get up so much, and they didn't clap, even when people were like poverty-stricken, and they became great, and he brought some of those people to the forefront. Not Trump himself, he brought them there, but there were people there, they didn't applaud even for them. It's unbelievable, and they didn't stand up for most of them either. I noticed it, but some did. A few nice Democrats who maybe are at least a little less liberal and crazy than these other ones did get up, but it really was a definite division, and you could see it right in the audience. But it's okay. Trump spoke well. I thought he did a really great job, not just because I like him. I'm listening intently. Maybe he'll make a mistake. Maybe he'll fall off the house for something. Who knows what will happen. But he didn't fall off, and he did give a great speech, and I didn't even see him open a paper. It's like he does this off his head, which I also think is very, very nice. Didn't say anything crazy. At least I didn't see it. And even the press, I think, said was pretty good. It wasn't such a crazy speech. All right, anyway, let's go on. So now, on the main current events besides that, we have here, now there's no injuries of this yet. I didn't find or look for deaths or anything, but it turns out I was hoping maybe our friends, the DeMauros, would be here, and they may still come, but this is their place. They are from, or at least he is from, Sicily. Sicily, a little island, pretty large island, off of Italy, and he's Italian, and that's where he's from. He was a doctor and a rabbi in the States for many years. Sicily.
No, the name of the person from Sicily.
Oh, Dr. DeMauro, or Rabbi DeMauro. DeMauro is his last name.
It's a couple that comes.
Okay.
Yeah, the couple that comes here, right?
Okay.
A lot of times. They're usually a little bit fast at the beginning, but it's okay. And anyway, so that's Rabbi DeMauro and his wife, beautiful people. And anyway, their children are mamish gorgeous, and we do tutor them sometimes. Rose does, I don't do, in mathematics, or, arithmetic and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's his place. I was hoping to hear. Maybe he'll come. Evacuations yesterday already, and maybe for the next number of days, in Sicily by cities that are close to Mount Etna, which you may have heard of. That's a mountain, and it's volcanic, and it's an active volcano, and it erupts from time to time, and it erupted twice this year already, and this is the second time. Lava's flowing down. It's small eruption, but they evacuated. All of that, of course, is in the Torah. Does not God know when it's going to erupt a volcano? He knows everything, because he planned the whole thing. So there you go. It's in the Torah. So let's look at it. So what we have here is, first of all, we have Etna. So let me show you Etna. So Etna is the Aleph, with no underline. That was the first word I found. Aleph, the Tet, right? The Nun, it's a large Nun there, but it's a Nun. And a Hey, that's Etna. Whatever the Torah skip is, if Sarah wants to do that, she can. She doesn't have to. And then we even have the year, because this is not just any year that's going to erupt. It's erupting now. I don't know what's going to happen in the next few days. I hope nothing bad, but the people did evacuate. I think they already did that. At any rate, Tav, Shin, what? Ayin, and there's a Zion on the last page.
Yeah.
That's our year. It's here, a larger skip. And then we have this other word also. Let's see what that is, because I didn't look at it this morning. I did this last night. So that word would be, one moment, I think it crosses the Etna Nun. So this word is what? I don't remember myself. I see the Yud and the Yud. I don't see the rest.
And a pay you have there.
What?
A pay in line.
Oh, the pay.
Yeah.
The pay. I didn't see the pay. Thank you, Rose. Pay, Yud, Nun, Yud. Right. And this word is bigger. So, Sarah, I need your help. Stop counting, please, for a moment. This word is not pay, Yud, Nun, Yud. Oh, that's what I have. There's really a Vav in there also, at least one of them. Something like Pinui or something along the line. Right, and it means
it's evacuation.
Evacuation. Thank you. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
The word is evacuation. Just don't have the vavs or vav that we would need. So that's the word, and that's how it's pronounced. Sarah already told us. Do you have a count for us of anything?
You
don't have
the one for Etna.
Okay, fine. So we'll get that done. You can figure out the rest. I'm also going to do one that's more important to us. I saw this word evacuation, and I saw it this morning, actually. I read it in the Jerusalem Post, not the Post hard copy, but the one I get online. It said one of the top stories, not the top was Trump, but the other story was they've evacuated a Jewish museum, I guess artifacts of some sort, in Australia, actually in Sydney, Australia. Is Sydney the biggest city? I guess it is.
Yeah.
But whatever the big city.
Melbourne.
Well, Melbourne's not as big a city. I know that already.
I think Sydney's
that
the
up a few
biggest.
weeks
Oh,
ago.
okay. So
Sydney's the city. So Sydney's the one. And it says on the top the whole bit, evacuation of Jewish museum. They got rid of they closed the museum basically because of bomb threat. Some idiot, like we had in the States a number of these, called in a bomb threat to, the museum or to the area. At any rate, they evacuated the people from there. Bomb threat. I didn't see bomb, but threat is here. Sydney is here, museum is here, Jewish is here, and even evacuation again. This word again spelled exactly the same way it's spelled the other one.
About all the bomb scares across the United States?
Yes, there's a lot of them. I didn't look up that. There are certainly. It's ongoing. Monday there was a number of bomb scares. The week before there were bomb scares, and 3 weeks, in fact for months already, there have been bomb scares at Jewish community centers throughout the United States. Luckily, it scared people, and they wasted money, but thank God nobody got hurt in them yet. Thank God. One moment, Sarah, because I want to say this other thing on this while I'm on the bomb scare thing. They called in this stuff. We don't know who is doing it. They've also been toppling cemetery gravestones. It happened in our city of Philadelphia. Philadelphia, we're not from there, but we were there for a long time. They toppled gravestones in a well-known Jewish cemetery there. It's all Jewish, and Trump, the first thing he said out of his mouth was, it's horrible what's happening in the United States with the divisions that we have between people. He said black and white. And then he said about the Jewish community centers and all the bad things that are going on. So he said it in his first speech. I mean, usually you don't start without anything Jewish in a State of the Union speech. They won't even mention it, but he did. He also talked about Israel a couple of times. It was a really great speech. At any rate, let's go on.
Okay.
So you're going to tell me skips.
Etna was at 98.
98 for Etna. Very nice. That's a good number.
Okay.
7 times 7 times 2. 49, by the way, 7 times 7 is the number of levels. The Jewish people were down, some of them, and they were the ones that could still get out, but if they were down to the 50th level, they didn't get out, and they died in the plague of darkness, where nobody could see them. because who would want the Egyptians saying, oh, look, there's all kinds of Jews dying over there. Anyway, okay, so you got another code for us, Skip?
I'm doing the.
He's doing it,
right
okay. So now we're going to the next one, which I have the page. Sydney, Australia. So all these words are here. So let's see. Let's start out with, I guess, the Sydney one. So Sydney is spelled, well, it's not spelled fully here. It's Samech, Yud, Daled, Nun. I'm only missing the Yud. So if you have the Yud at the end for D, Sydney, sorry?
47.
For what?
The Pinui.
Oh, Peter, the first time.
This one.
The one on the first page.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we also have a Pinui
Okay.
again.
Okay, fine.
Pinui was spelled without the Vav on the second one, too.
Okay.
All right, so that's the one with the dot. I haven't got there yet. Anyway, so Sydney right now. Sydney is spelled there. That's if I can probably do. It's easy. So 3, 5, 8, 10, 13, 16, 18, 22. It's a 22 skip, like the letters of the alphabet. That's Sydney. So the place is here. That's what I look for first. And then once I found the place, I said, well, is there museum, Jewish, bomb? Well, bomb I didn't look for, actually, at all. The museum is here. Jewish is here. What's Jewish? So Jewish is going to be Yehudi, right? And where is that at one? Oh, it's backwards. Jewish is backwards. Let me show you where. So go to the underline code. The Yud on line number 29 back page. That's the starter point. It's a backwards code. And whatever the skip is. So it's Yud and then a Hey. Hey is back up on the first page. The last line there, 27. Zion, and then the Vav underline, and then the Dalet underline, and then the please don't count out loud, and the Yud. You're going, okay, I can probably hear it. If I can hear it, I might be able to hear it on the video. I don't know. Actually, we usually don't hear it on the video, right? All right, Yehudi. So Yehudi is there. Thank you, though, for counting. Sarah gets big credit for counting. Okay, she counts. She's there when she counts, and she counts, right? We all count. All right, so Yehudi is here, Jewish. Museum, not the full spelling is here, so that's the Mem, the Zion, double underline, the Aleph, and the Nun, but it's the Nun on the bottom, not the final Nun. So it's usually pronounced Museum, but although I've never been able to pronounce that so well, I'm missing one or two of those letters, I think one. All right, so that's the one we don't need, the Vav, you can always put in the Vav. All right, so that's all those. We have one more, and that is evacuation, but we said that already. That's the Pinui again. Dotted, underline, large Dalet, back page, Pei, Yud, Nun, Yud, without the Vav. So all those things are there. Amazing. And how many Pesukim are here? 20 to 31. 12 Pesukim. In 12 Pesukim, you got the story of what happened in Sydney. Now, thank God nobody's hurt, but it's another evacuation. This morning I heard about it, so I thought I'd show that to you. And